Looking for some cheap games to buy your loved ones this Christmas? I have a short list of the best games right here. Sweet mother of God. Every couple months, I hate my day job just enough to come back and tease you like a dirty little man and provide you with some glorious, glorious content. Content from someone so full of themselves that he would have the balls to tell you what to buy your loved ones for Christmas. Some of these games are newer and some older, but they are all worthy of your time. Without further ado, number 5, Wolfenstein The New Order, and The Old Blood. Nothing, and I mean nothing, says Merry Christmas like murdering Nazis by the boatload. And if you'd like to partake in some holiday festivities like turning around the results of World War II where the Nazis won, then this is the game for you. You'll sabotage bridges, invade castles, and ruin their scientific plans. Seriously, they had some insane robotic creations as they came up after winning the war. Now, this game is pretty violent and may not be for everyone, but where the game does seem over the top, it works in the overall theme of the game. But it makes sense because the Nazis were a bunch of sadistic assholes. One really awesome feature of the New Order is how the game handles your skill tree. You get rewarded for pulling off different things in the game that give you skills like more health, better demolition, and greater sneaking skills. Headshots, grenade kills, and weapon-specific goals all contribute to these. While it would have been easier for Bethesda to make a game where you simply go in guns blazing, murdering Nazis and blowing up robots, there are plenty of parts in the game where a stealth strategy works just as good, if not better, than the more aggressive tactics. This helps break up the monotony that many shooters suffer from. This also gives you 2 different ways to play through the game, providing you with lots of replayability. Now, on top of getting a great game in the New Order, you also get The Old Blood, which was supposed to be just an add-on, but is basically an entirely new game on its own. Runs about 6 hours. Now, I haven't played it personally, so I'm not going to go on and bullshit you, but from what I can tell, you get to bash zombies with a pipe, so there's that. The New Order is definitely worth the cost of entry alone, so take the bonus game too. And buying this is like giving your loved ones 2 games for the price of 1. Number 4, Dark Souls 3. Now, if you're the kind of parent that loves to watch your child fight demons and throw tantrums as they play video games, then Dark Souls 3 is a great choice. Dark Souls 3 is set in the town of Lothric, where the first flame responsible for upholding the Age of Fire is dying out. When this happens, all the creepy monsters come out to terrorize the living. In order to restore the flame, you have to hack and slash your way through a ton of monsters and return the prince to his throne. Now, I use the term hack and slash loosely because more accurately, you have to plan and adapt to the attack strategy each of the cursed beings has. If you don't, you'll get smashed into the bog by a big fat monster wielding a tree, or run over by a boulder of bones on the stairs, flinging you to your death. Dark Souls 3 is a labyrinth of a game, but a beautiful one at that. Take note of the amazing backgrounds when you have the high ground, and a moment of sanity. There are lots of different weapons and combinations to fit any playstyle in this game, including daggers, longswords, bows, shields, magic, and armor to fit those styles. Now, while it may be one of the most challenging games that you could possibly buy a loved one, it offers some of the most rewarding feelings too. Testing players with tough but never impossible battles, you'll get to grind your way through well-designed levels as you make slow and steady progress, earning better gear and more powerful skills. Presented by Bandai Namco, it's absolutely one of the better looking games that you can get this year. Buy it immediately and teach your loved ones what patience is really all about. Number 3, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Okay, hear me out on this one. I know it's a remaster, but damn if this isn't some of the most fun I've ever had with a game. Kind of like a knockoff Doom, but with more personality somehow. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition will keep you entertained from start to finish. If you're tired of all the open world bullshit and just want to run through a game shooting monsters while you and the rest of the characters shout obscenities and see how many different ways they can use the word dick to insult somebody, then this is the game for you or a loved one with a good sense of humor. This game is basically a shooter on rails that rewards you for coming up with unique ways of killing your enemies. See that one guy over there? Front kick him into a piranha plant. Don't particularly take too well to that one? Fire a flare up his ass and watch him fly around like a deflating balloon. Every weapon feels like it has weight when you shoot it, and while they're your typical weapons, they each come with unique secondary abilities that allow you to implement even more creativity. This game is like playing with crayons, only more blood and cursing. Also, you don't go in the lines at all. So actually, this is nothing like crayons. Who writes this shit? Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition includes all DLC as well. So in a day where it seems hard to find complete games without having to pay extra, Bulletstorm gives you that. Now go out and buy it. You and your loved ones will have a blast. Believe me. And I really want a sequel, so I need all of you to go out and buy like 4 copies. Thanks. Number 2. Stardew Valley. Now, has your loved one ever came to you and said, "Hey, mom, dad, legal guardian, I'd really like to become a farmer and learn to live off the land without having to give up the comforts of modern day life, like soap"? If so, then Stardew Valley might be for them. If you've ever played Harvest Moon, then you'll already have a good idea what you're getting into. You play as a character who inherits his grandfather's farm. The only problem is, that old bastard gave you a dilapidated plot of land that now you're going to have to restore to its former glory. To do this, you must manage your player's energy levels, relationships, crops, and farm animals. Some of the things you can do in this game are grow over 34 different kinds of crops, raise livestock, go to festivals, hit up the saloon, make artisan goods. The list just goes on and on. For this price, you have endless hours of fun. Stardew Valley is a game that is going to let you do exactly what you want to do at any time. Yes, there's a few times where you have to run some errands for the charming citizens of Pelican Town, but if you want to run around and pick weeds for the next 40 hours, you bet your sweet booty you can. The game may seem boring in the beginning since you only have a small amount of crops to tend to, but you can walk to the next town over and start to get to know the townspeople, which is what this game is really about. Now get to it, because those 2 chickens you're going to inappropriately name aren't going to feed themselves. Let's see here, Amazon Uncharted 4. $20.95, what the Amazon? I'm posting it anyways. If your son or daughter has ever come to you and said, "Hey, I'm really tired of having Santa fly gifts into my house. I'd rather go on my own adventure to find my own treasures," then this is the game for them. Man, you want to talk about a game that is going to get you hooked from the moment you start playing? This is it. Uncharted 4 takes you into the game with an epic, and I mean epic, speedboat scene where you're being chased by a bunch of bad guys on boats, yet don't really know why, and you're trying to escape to a nearby island. The brilliance of this scene is that it teaches you almost everything you need to know about how to play the game, while making it a great time. You learn how to shoot, reload, take cover. Now, Uncharted 4 may be one of the most visually stunning games on the system, and certainly one of the most fun. You play as Nathan Drake, a virtual Indiana Jones who is on a hunt for rare treasures and artifacts. In this journey, you'll travel all over the world, fight bandits, climb castles and mountains, and grow attached to the characters. One of the mainstays of Uncharted has always been its climbing, and this game does it wonderfully. It almost always feels smooth and natural. There's also a fair amount of platforming and puzzle solving in this game, all blended seamlessly in with the shooting. And let me tell you, the combat in this game is freaking amazing. You have to constantly keep moving and finding cover and rolling and flipping and dodging and shooting, or the enemy is going to flank you. If you want to try a more stealthy approach, you can do that too. Now, if you get discovered, the enemies do a really good job of trying to find you. Cutscenes in Uncharted 4 are incredible, with voice acting making you feel like you're watching a goddamn feature-length movie. There were times in this game where I completely missed the transition from gameplay to cutscene because the graphics are so good. To me, this is the must-play game on PS4, so get it for one of your loved ones this holiday season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please share this video on Facebook or your favorite social media channel, and make sure to subscribe. Which game on this list was your favorite? Let me know in the comments section below. Bye-bye.